Greetings everyone, welcome to another episode of Varsity Vibes, and my name is Katleo. I'm not alone, I'm with
Ray July. So guys,
welcome to Varsity Vibes Entertainment.
Yes, welcome to another episode of Varsity Vibes Street Radio. So we have a prestigious guest here. So thank you for taking the time and honor this invitation. And please feel free.
Thank you.
Yes, that's good. So without any waste of time, I'd like you to introduce yourself, where you come from, what you're doing here on campus, and also other organizations that you're involved in. The stage is yours.
Oh, okay. Hello to you and your co-host and the viewers. My name is Shaggy Radebe. I'm mainly from Pretoria in Mamelodi. And then here in the Free State, here for academic reasons, in the Faculty of Education. I'm doing my third year. Also a former member of Parliament. Currently, I'm a ground force for the MK Party and the MK Student Movement. And then, yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah.
And you're the first person who came with the political party MK on campus.
Yes. I'm one of the founders of MK Student Movement nationally, so even here on campus.
That's nice. So yes, without any waste of time, so that's how we do it. Remember, this is not an interview, you understand?
Okay.
Yes, so this is just a conversation. So because it's a conversation, yes, you must feel free. And then we got 2 sets of cards whereby you're gonna select which part of the set of question cards you're gonna select, and then the question is gonna be posed by one of us each one.
Okay. In terms of like, when you say cards, do you mean?
This question cards here.
Oh, okay, just choose a side.
Just choose each actually at a time.
Oh, I'll start with the lady side.
Okay.
Yes. Do I take the question?
Yeah,
Yeah, you can take the question, then give it to her.
Okay, so the question says, how do you feel about losing the votes?
Firstly, since politics for me are not a personal thing, so it doesn't come with a feeling. It's what do I think? So, but then I'll describe thinking as a feeling. And the feeling is that we must, don't believe in we must go back to the ground, which has been the students, implement new programs and be different so that you get a different number. But then in terms of the whole vote, we are confident with the results we got. They show us that the future is bright, especially for a new organization like us. So yeah, that's the feeling.
Oh, that's nice. So it's all about the attitude after the event, you understand? So you can select the second card actually. If you still want to go back to the same,
No.
it's still okay. Thank you.
Sure.
Yes, the question is, what would you say to your younger self if you were to visit the 15-year-old you?
What would I say?
Yes.
I'll nothing much actually. It would just be like brace yourself for the future. Yeah.
The future's bright.
Yeah, the future is bright. I would say that.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
That's one answer.
Yeah.
Okay, you can pick the second one.
Yeah.
So, do you have a girlfriend or are you in a relationship?
Okay. Yes. I'm in a relationship. It's not a girlfriend. It's someone. I'll be marrying very soon. Yeah.
Shout out to you.
So I'm in a relationship. Yes.
How old is the relationship?
That's a tricky question. But I'm in a relationship.
In a relationship.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
that's nice.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, guys, it's taken, it's not in the market, and it's not available. Yes. Okay, you can pick up the other question card. Yes, this one comes to me. The question is, what's the most important lesson you learned in university, political wise?
Politically, I've learned never to trust anyone.
Yeah.
So not to trust anyone.
So
Trust
have you
no,
been betrayed?
not once, not twice, a lot of times. So
Yes.
I trust no one.
Yeah.
Politically, so that's the thing. Because you trust someone, you tell them things, you plan with them. Tomorrow it's there at that what Harvard thing.
They're unleashing everything.
Yeah, they unleash things. So politically, I've learned not to trust anyone. So
I think I'll take that lesson as well. Not to trust anyone.
yeah, plan alone. So I plan alone. Normally I work with the black book. So it's just to refresh my mind to say, oh, Ghana must do this. And I only share when it's necessary for me to do so that I trust no one.
Okay, so this question comes from me personally, actually.
Yeah.
I heard that you're studying education on the side.
Yes.
And then you're also involved in the political warrant. Like, what's the future there actually? Do you see yourself like being in a political career, or do you see yourself as an educator maybe?
No, the degree was mainly for my mom, so it's not for me.
Okay.
So there was a time in my life where we fought with my mom. She was like, you can't be in politics. I want good marks. And then it was in 2018, yes, I remember. So we fought. I was doing my grade 10. We fought about it. So like, hey, you can't be politics. And then I then said, you don't give me politics, I don't give you good marks. And then, that's when it clashed. She thought I was kidding. And then I did not give her good marks. I failed the grade. Then we started over. I said, you must give me politics and I'll give you good marks. So mainly the degree is for her actually. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So where do you see yourself in 5 years actually?
In 5 years,
Yeah.
I see myself back in parliament.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we can go to the other question card actually.
Yes.
So, would you like to share your journey about joining the party?
Joining parliament. Actually, it was something unplanned. But then with the MK being announced on the 16th of December, then me joining on the 22nd of December, pushing through and then establishing the student movement, being appointed as the national spokesperson, and then spent the rest of first semester not here on campus. In KZN, Gauteng, working for the organization. So, some things I can't disclose them here. But yes, there was a day where my things were requested, and then my things, I mean that my details, and then I had to submit them. But then I thought it's just for, for data keeping sake. So I never. Even after elections, I was like, okay, elections are over, back to my normal life. Only to find out days later after elections, someone calls me like, hey, honorable. I'm like, who is honorable now? You see, and only to find out that my name is there. So.
How did you feel? How was the feeling?
How was the feeling? The feeling was nice.
Yeah.
Especially being so in there. You're on TV, you can't even pick your nose. That's also, it felt like something else. But then the greatest feeling is just being yourself. So once you're there, you're not really yourself. So it did not feel nice most of it. But yeah.
Okay. So how were you balancing?
Nice.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
So how were you balancing with your academics actually?
With my academics?
Yes.
Oh yes, I would request from the chief whip to say I'm having a test and then arranged again in the school. So if maybe most of my tests are on Saturdays, so I'll take a flight. It's just a long route. Cape Town, Bloemfontein, then go up and then go back the same route.
So no longer take 6. And levels. Okay, so I think it's time to pick another question card actually.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, okay. This one is for you. So the question is, what advice would you give to students seeking to make a difference in politics?
What advice?
Yes.
Hey, there are a lot. Especially Kotko campus students.
Mm-hmm.
I feel they don't know politics.
It's,
They don't know why should we have politicians or why should we have politics? Why am I saying so? Because you see the type of leadership we've been given since I've been here, since my first year.
yeah.
So
I think we came at the same year.
Yeah, it's in 2022.
Yes.
So I think you firstly need to understand why must we have a political system. What is its use? You understand? So the advice is that we must, engage more in political classes. You understand? Not only on Harvard where we just bash one another. We must have sittings where we sit, share ideas. You understand? Be politically involved. So the advice would be that we must be politically involved in an informed way.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so do you have students that you can say you're grooming them or teaching them the political concept to a point where you can say when you graduate, I have groomed this person actually?
Yeah. I have 2 mentees in KZN, and here in the Free State, I have 1 in Fontaine, and then in the Kapa campus. Some of them they are just in the shadows, I don't know. But the people that I'm grooming up to so far, they are 5. They are coming all right so far.
Yes, I think now we're just gonna go to the anonymous questions that we have from online. You understand? Like some people want to ask questions, but they don't want to reveal their names or identity. Okay, I think she's gonna go through those questions.
So, I think from the question that we asked you, that one of advice that you mentioned about trustworthy. So, Barim, you stated that you do not trust anyone. So the question is, don't you think you leaving the first party you were in and going to another political party makes you feel like a trustworthy person?
We all grow. You can't get your degree at the primary school that you are attending. Doesn't make sense. So there is what we call the alignment of theory or of political ideology. Let me put it that way. So the political organization that I was in before did align with what I perceived at that stage. You understand? Like when you are in your primary school, everything aligns there with your ABCDs that you have to learn and everything. Then now you can't now when you have to chow physics, then now you must be taken back to NS Tech. Doesn't make sense. So now I can say it wasn't the time for me to move, and then that doesn't in any way jeopardize my trustworthiness or anything. It's just moving from primary school to high school and then to tertiary. Yeah,
that is your answer.
Yeah, it's true. I would not have been a member of parliament or be where I am if I was still in the same organization. I would have not grown politically. So
you want.
Yeah.
So then what about people who stays in one political party for a longest time, even though they can see that it's no longer benefiting them?
That's why they end up killing one another, because now there is no growth. Now for you to go up, you have to eliminate the other person.
Oh,
it
makes sense.
You can't be stuck like that in life.
So does it mean that if you realize that the political party that you perceive is there from the one you moved into, then you'll continue moving in the view of moving from the primary to high school?
No, I'm a radical person since high school. I was a COSAS member, very radical and militant. And then came here, and I saw the organization I was in did not really align with the things I liked, you understand? There are things I can't say, Mara. I'm one person who would say, let's shut down the campus, let's do what, and then let's fight. Understand? I don't like the process where we'll be in meeting after meeting. For what? Because it's just a simple thing. You give us or you don't give us. And if you don't give us, we must make you give us. You understand? So I will never change because MK, the organization I'm in currently, what do you call it? It's a militant organization, radicalism, so it aligns with my political ideologies. The ideologies I believe in politically, so yes.
Okay. Well answered. So I think I'll just let you pick the card from the table and then we move to the other question. And then maybe we're gonna go back to the online questions if there are more.
I feel like these questions are cooked here.
They're cooked. Okay. So what's something people misunderstand about you?
It's not natural misunderstanding. It's just propaganda created about me.
Yeah.
Especially by people who pose themselves as politicians. Understand? Social media politicians, I would say. So people see me as someone who sells out or who sold out. Let me say. That's the misunderstanding. And they don't understand what the things I do to fight and make sure that there is fairness applied to everyone, you understand? So people will say, hey, we are dying, and I will say most of the time, show me one person that I've sold out.
Yeah. And
like,
there's none.
And we're like, yeah, what do I die? So but it's that thing.
Yeah.
Everything I die just because I switched organizations. So
But do you ever get to a point whereby like you feel like some of the things are personal neutral? More like when you're facing those propagandas and stuff, you feel like this is a personal conflict or a personal battle neutral for me. It's no longer political.
No, when I came for academic reasons here,
Yeah.
So when someone tries to be, it's like they know me, they're like, they try to use personal stuff. I don't even consider it as a battle because you don't know me to start with. So it will not be a personal thing for me. It will be like, this person is just lost. They don't know how to politic. You understand?
Yeah.
Because politics are like that. Once they don't know what to say, they then say, yeah, when are your wife, what, or they just use things from home or whatever things.
So they try to find something that they know that this thing is gonna get to you.
Yeah, but it doesn't get to me. For an example, someone this year I lost my mom in end of March.
Oh yeah.
He had a Good Friday weekend. So
may soul rest in peace.
Yeah. So then someone used my mom's death politically so to say, hey, you got us suspended. Now you are mourning the death of your mom.
They wanna do someone says
and then I was like, okay. So this person, if they think they are that powerful to say,
they try to prove that you can't mess with us.
Yeah, you can't mess with us. I'm like, this person has been trying to get a degree, that a 4-year degree, but then they are now on the 9th year for a 4-year degree. Why didn't they use those powers to really
speed up,
get the degree in 3 years instead of 4 years? So they don't get to me those things. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think we can go to another question card.
Yeah.
Okay. So this one they say, what's your vision for the future of politics?
My vision.
Yeah.
As I've said.
Let's start from on campus.
On campus.
Yes.
I envision a campus where we can all sit down, as I've said before, regardless of political differences. Except those who are on the right. In politics there's the left and there's the right. The right conforms to things that subject our people to
nonsensical things like your Izaka, your all those things, you understand, that don't benefit majority. And then the leftist, mostly like your MK, your EFF, it's only those for now, and pass if it's there in some institutions. Where we can sit down and say, here are the things that we need to challenge. Instead of us celebrating your given things, there are given things, things that are written down to say your meal allowance is 1.5, 1.6. This other day I saw someone celebrating it's the mercy of the incoming president that we're getting meal allowance. Like it's a given thing that you understand.
Yeah, so those are the basics.
So my vision is that we must move past that, you understand, and be like the generation that fought for fees must fall. So we must move past that and be like this curriculum, especially curriculum of the university and corporate campus. Everyone has we have 4 faculties, everyone has what do you call it, program they're involved in. But then at the end of the day, everyone wants to be a teacher now. Because the courses that you are doing, they're so impractical. You can't practice them unless you now have to waste funds and go for your honors and your masters, you understand? So we must have during campaign for elections where the student who asked for it, why Tina Lapagua management, what do you call it? We don't have practicals. You understand?
No.
Where do we practice what was studied?
Yeah.
Can be theory all. And then that's where I realized the things we always say that you must give us a curriculum that is practicalized, applied curriculum that you can apply in society. And then you must give us not only a degree, but then things that are a requirement when you get out to society, like your driver's license. You are in the 4th industrial revolution. You need basic computer skills. You understand? You can't subject us to UFSS, and then we graduate, and then when you get to the world, they're like, hey, what was UFSS now? You must get seriously out of it.
You can't even operate Excel.
Yeah,
simple stuff. Yeah.
But we all did it. So you must get that thing that says, here is your basic computer certificate. You understand? Here is your driver's license. So that you are not a teacher, and then now, or you are not what do you call it? These people who are doing nice things. And then afterwards you go out. They say this job requirement, you must have a driver's license.
And you don't have that.
Then you don't have it. It means you must stay home and have a degree. So those are the things. We must move towards a point that says, how do we ensure of campus safety? How do we ensure that living standards of students are elevated? Students who go to practice, they get their living allowance, and then their transport money is just not scrapped away from them. Unfairly so, you understand? You must get refund again from rest, because the guidelines stipulate that, you understand? We must move away from celebrating ER reflect. What's that? Every year we are paying for a microwave, but we don't have microwaves. We are paying for a swimming pool here.
That we don't have.
We don't have a swimming pool, but we are paying for it. So we must move past that. That's the future I envision. And then nationally, we must really fight for free education. Free means free. There is nothing to pay under for it. You understand? So those are the things.
That's powerful.
Yeah.
So there's a question here. Says, I would say you have been called by going to a parliament and not in the campus you are in. So do you think it's true?
That I was called by being in parliament. No, parliament just gave me the spotlight. You know what I'm saying? Like, but then in real sense, me being in the UFS, especially this campus, groomed me a lot. It took me from being the person I wanted to be, or the person I thought I was, to actually being the person I thought I was.
Oh, you thought you was?
Yeah. So you see, there's a point that you just have an imaginary thing. Actually, let me say the parliament thing just added to the thing that I thought I had. You understand? So yeah, Koko campus really groomed me from first year being the chairperson of SASCO, being we did not live. I did not live in a first year residence like others. We lived at Steve Biko.
The senior residence.
Yeah, senior residents were the first group to contest for housing councils, you see. Yeah, we contested with Grootmans there.
And according to the system.
Yeah, we still moved them politically. So, yeah, the campus really took me from that knowledge I had from high school politically. So, and at home, you know, I'm not someone who only participates in like what do you call it, educational or education sector politics or even societal. I do participate. So yeah.
So where does this interest of politics come from?
Hey, I won't really say it because it's something that I just fell in love with since my
high school.
my high school years.
Yeah.
Actually, high school years, that's where it matured because there was platform, you understand? Primary school, there was no platform, but yeah, we loved seeing Toto, we loved attending community meetings as a primary school, you know. So, but then going to high school, there's that platform that says you can be RCL, you have your COSAS, you have your learners parliament and all those things. So yeah.
That's nice. So I think we can go to the second question card.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I just answered this one. It's about the interest in the politics.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's nice. Yeah.
I think this one you also answered it. So it's about how do you balance the academics and the political department.
Yeah. I think you did that.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think the question is gonna come from this side though.
Okay.
Okay. So it says, what's your secret talent that nobody knows about?
That nobody knows about.
Yeah. You know me now, I'm a good cook, but nobody knows about it. Especially only those that have cooked for each other.
It's a lot. It's a lot. I think there are a lot of things that people don't know about me. People just, when they think Shaggy, they think politics or what.
Yeah.
They're like, "Aye, politics." And
How does it make you feel though?
it's nice because it protects my social space.
I love that one.
So yeah, it's nice. So what do you call it?
Yeah, secret
mean-
talent.
Yeah, as I said, there are a lot. I'm a keyboardist at church.
Really?
Yes, I'm a Christian. I'm a keyboardist at church.
Oh wow, yeah.
And I also write poems. I'm a poet.
Everyone, I should invite you to verse to vibe so that
No, I add verse to vibe.
then you also render poems.
Yeah, I write poems when I'm like, yeah, when I feel the spirit strong, so I write. Yeah.
Didn't see that one coming. So I think we're gonna pick up the last question card and then.
Like 3 questions left.
Oh, you still have a few questions. Okay. So what promoted you to leave SASCO and join MK? I think you've answered this one. You understand?
You never know. There are deep things, man. I'll tell you.
Let's get to it. Let's get to
You
it.
never know. They actually. Remember, I firstly started by resigning from the position I held, which I was the chairperson. As I say that I'm someone who writes. I write my plans down to say by this time we should have achieved this, and this is how we must achieve it. You understand? And then we must have done this, we must do this. And then I also read policies, you understand? So I'm one person who understands the UFS policies, hence I know, and we're paying for this, but it's not there.
Yeah. And I wanted to ask, like, how did you find out that you're paying for pools
Yeah, even mentor will just go into your website, read. Leaders are readers, so hence you can know most of the things. Some of the documents they hide them, so you must go there and go to your offices and just try to ask them innocently, so and then they give you information like how it's like that. But then why did I leave? So after the elections last year, of which I, you know, you said why do I love politics? For me, I feel it's a spiritual calling, or it's something, it's a calling, you understand? Something I can't run away from. Even in church when they prophesy, they're like, yeah, politically so.
Yeah.
Not favored you, or you must hold on.
Professor, they don't say politics. You know,
Yeah, they don't say, hey, leave politics alone. No,
you know that one is the wrong
they're
one.
like, yeah, they're like, keep on pushing, trust in the Lord, or the Lord will take you where you want to go.
Yeah.
So it's those things. So at South School, now there was a challenge. I don't know whether you remember during our first year when we came here. It flopped. You understand? There was a serious flop. Where there was no transparency, accountability, or all those things. So I'm someone who analyzes. I then analyzed the situation to say, okay, South Korea when we came here in our third year, and there were three political parties contesting. It was EFF, South Korea, and Sundays. Then South Korea got position number 2 and number 3. In 2022 when we arrived, and then we went to an elective meeting. I was elected as the chairperson. So when I was the chairperson, Sasko got to number 2, with me having the highest votes. You understand? So I'm like, okay, we should have won here, but then there's a problem. You understand? Then do the dialectics of everything. Come out to say no. All the time when we were campaigning or were trying to do what, there will be this figure mentioned, you understand? This figure is, they keep on mentioning, hey, this president did this president. And I was like, okay, now, I think it's best as an organization to firstly clean ourselves within, then align, you understand? So, and then I then said, okay, let's call the SRC that was there when we got here. Let them come and account as to what is it that they did, what was the progress, what programs did they implement, how far were they with those programs, so that we can start on something, you understand? Because it was clear that we can win, but then there's just this misinformation. They took it on a personal level. They said, I'm taking them. They will be told by political influence. Mind you, some of them, all of them, they are older than me. But I joined politics when they were busy there, being class reps and all those things. You understand? Politically, I'm older than them. But then they called me a political infant and all those things. So okay, I then said, okay, it's fine. Let's keep on pushing. So all of them, they were represented by one person. The very same individual that is being mentioned to put the organization into this recruitment. So okay, then I then said, okay, they said they can't be controlled by me, but I'm like, I'm the chair. I don't want to control you. I
And
just
there's
want
a
to
reason why you're selected as a chair.
So I then said, okay, I'll step down as the chair. I thought maybe they are fighting with me because I'm the chair. It went further than that now to say they must prune me. Who are they to prune me? Well, like I'm a tree, so just to be pruned. You understand? So they said we must prune his wings. He must not find expression. So they made it difficult. They then collaborated with the enemy to make sure that I don't succeed politically. But then MK came and I was like, this is what I've been waiting for.
And it came at the right time.
Yeah, so since my grade 8, I've been a fellow of President Jacob Zuma. So yeah, because by that time we were in COSAS, he was still the president of the ANC. So he took our things serious, so hence we fall in love with him. And since that time, so up until now, yeah, now we love you. So,
That's nice. So I think we're gonna take 2 questions and then because of time, and then we're just gonna close for now.
no.
But I feel like there's still more to talk about.
Yeah,
Maybe we should have part 2.
you must have clear questions so that, so that I don't. You see, I don't just say things. You know, there was a time before elections ended where I had a live video because I was fed up.
Yeah.
So unprovoked. Actually, I was provoked somewhere. So I had to iron out some things. You understand? And then now afterwards, people came. To
What was the life about?
The life was to say, you know, politically when someone provokes you and provoke,
Yeah.
because we saw as the MK, I'm an honest person politically. I told all my candidates, not my candidates actually, all the candidates who were running under MK, under my guidance,
Yeah.
to say, guys, not all of you will win.
Yeah.
It's just a dream in somewhere that tells you that you are going to win.
What are we looking at?
You understand? Not all of you. I told them that you can win 2 positions. And then I then gave them the directives of everything to say this is why you understand. And then boom, we went to election. So I was supposed to be running as the president. And then now this other person that I won't mention from the EFFSC.
And I was coming to that.
Objects my name, goes there, objects my name, say, yeah, nah, I'm a member of parliament. Yes, I'm a member of parliament. They then say I'm employed. So I then had to educate them politically to say, in South Africa, parliament doesn't employ politicians. You understand? So what normally happens is that you are deployed. You understand?
It's more like voluntary.
Yeah, so I was deployed to participate there, you understand? And then afterwards, there is some compensation that they give me as money when it comes to it.
Estimation,
So money that comes with it, you understand? It's per annum, it's 1.2 million.
Job.
You understand? So yeah.
So per month is
Yeah.
about 89.
Yeah, the month is 102,000.
Yo, after tax.
No, after deduction, it's 44,000. 35,000 is tax, 7,000 medical aid, 13,000 car allowance, and then so yeah, it's just a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then yeah, when I get that 44 in the end of everything,
But it's still in out, man.
it's still enough.
Yeah, it's
So let's not discuss that. So because it's painful now when I think of it.
Yes.
Not that I can't think much.
I get you.
So now, I then had to define, to say, no, I'm not an employee, I'm a deployee. You understand? Okay, and then the ELC took my story, and they said, okay, you can appeal. I then appealed to the Dean's office. And then now the Dean's office says, yes, you are a deployee. You understand? You are not an employee. So there's a policy in the constitution that says you can't be an employee. So I then say, right, you said I'm what? They say you're a deployee. But then we can't allow someone who has a lot of work to contest. How are you going to cover the hours of the SRC? And I say there is no policy within, or there is no clause within the constitution that says hours must be considered. So you eliminate someone based on whether they have a misconduct or they are employed. So since you've correctly captured me to say I'm a deployee, put me back. They then say no, let's arrange a meeting between you and the director for you to go and give them your schedule, the parliamentary schedule. I say okay. So on my way to that meeting, let's say today, and then the meeting is tomorrow, you understand? I get a dismissal letter from Parliament. And then I forward it to the Dean's office, to the, what you call it, yes, the Dean's office. I'm like, So now there's nothing that we have to discuss.
Yes.
The hours you wanted us to talk about,
No
they've
more.
just been dismissed.
Yes.
Let's go back now to let's consult legal advice.
Even.
Is the ELC. So even now, we are pushing as MK to say next year when they appoint the ELC chair, people who are going to participate must be consulted to say, are you happy with this chair? You say yes, we're happy. No, we're not happy. Change the chair. And then we feel that the chair is okay. You understand? So then the chair says no, I will seek legal advice. And I say, before I put you back, I say, okay, so if your legal advice says put me back, what are you going to do? He says yes, I'll put you back. And then I say, because the constitution says the dean is the final way. So I say if not the dean, the executive director. So I say if the executive director says yes, put me back, and then your legal advice says no, don't put me back, what are you going to do? He says no, I'm not going to take the ED's weight, I'll take the legal advice. I say okay, let's say the ED says no, and then legal advice says yes. What are you going to do? He says no, I'll take the ED's weight.
So
I say it means when you don't want me there.
Yeah,
You
looking
understand?
for no.
So and then at the end of the day, I just have to accept it. It's fine. You understand? Because I've been through a lot this year, so I did not really have the energy to fight. You understand? Over such a small thing.
So do you feel like, sorry to cut you,
Yeah.
do you feel like everything during elections actually was done like right or fairly in all parties? Because I heard some rumors.
I have a problem with technology.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand. So I have a problem with technology. For an instance, because I've decided that let's not cause havoc. You understand? Because we're capable of doing that. But then we just said let's not cause havoc. Because in the morning we open the link, we vote. It says the deputy president for Sadesmo had 25 votes. Ours had 5 votes. And then after 5 minutes when it refreshes, ours has 8, that one of Sadesmo is 5. So you see now. And then we're like, man, it's only percentage that goes down, not the number of people who voted. You understand? So then we're like, okay, it's fine. Let us allow it to go. So now they're live, going back to the main thing. You know, politicians, once they talk, we talk too long. So we had to do that live. Because now our prime candidate, which is the deputy president, was being targeted now, especially on Harvard. Yeah, so as I was saying, to say, regardless of their political affiliations, he still took care of them, and we were there, taking care of them, and then, so now people, they hate us because we followed a process when they abused power. So they wanted us to conform to this thing of saying they can go to a female residence, abuse females, they can abuse workers, and then we're like, yeah, these are comrades.
And never account.
Yeah, we have to protect. We can't protect such.
Yeah.
It's like Julius Malema. When Ramaphosa does something wrong, he will march against it, he will call him out. That's what you do politically. You don't massage other people's feelings.
Yeah.
When they do wrong, you must punish them, like in a chess table. I can't just say now, because I know you, I must not punish you. We must punish you. Yeah.
Okay. So I think we're gonna go back to the online question.
Okay, so you've been saying, do you think you are an insecure person, considering that your girlfriend was modeling into Dubai pageant and you to step out?
Yo, I wonder where that word comes from.
No, I am not insecure. There are some things that you can't just.
Wait, so your girlfriend is a model?
Yes. I love someone who's busy. I can't date someone who is not busy.
I respect that.
Yeah, I won't do that. So why did I walk out? I walked out because there are some things you can't just bear. You can't bear watching them. But I understood because she consulted me before to say, babe, this is our routine, this is how we'll be modeling, and she showed me the videos. Then this other day they called me as they were rehearsing. You see, I had to go but then now there it was just a crowd and people are watching it. You are looking at you like, now like I suppose you're going to be okay.
Do something about it.
Do something about it. So yeah, I'm not insecure. Yeah, I'm not.
Okay, so that's last one. So you say you're running as a prime for BK and with no confirmation of the results. So can you tell us what resulted to the post as, yeah, I'm curious.
Hey, no, you know when the system is frustrated.
Yes.
You know when you frustrate the system.
The system, yeah.
The system like doesn't correspond. You see the system. Immediately when you had MK, let me say nationally, you see.
It's for the first time in South Africa that the IEC experiences a 2 hours breakdown of the system. You understand?
Yeah.
It's because now there's a new component that they can't understand. You understand? Because
they're not familiar with.
Yeah, they're not familiar with. So even before you see the list was out, my name was written in small letters and all those things. You understand? It's because the system was now frustrated us to say, what is this now? Even now, it's still that thing. But then we found out when the result was supposed to be out that one of the candidates then committed fraud. You understand?
Yeah.
The candidate, according to a charge sheet, it says he went to student homes, he manipulated them to say there's a malfunction with the voting link, so he's there to fix it. He's voting for them.
He's voting for himself.
Yeah, and then some of them he forced them, according to the charge sheet.
Yes.
And they are saying this.
And the charge sheet can lie.
Yeah, they then disqualified him. So from him being disqualified, he then now took it to the next level of saying he will influence, or those who support him then wrote a petition and then they submitted it. So for the sake of there being a petition, you can't then proceed to declare the results because there's a petition now that says put back our person. So even today we still don't know who is the prime for who is the incoming prime. But I remain because it's not power mongering. I've learned that
there is, when you're outside the system, there's not much that you can do to change the system. You have to be within
The system.
And see what is going on. What are they saying? Because hearing from the outside, sometimes, hence I say I don't trust people. Because now people will agree with them and say, when you go to that SRC meeting, say this and do this, and they do the opposite. You understand? So it's better for you to be there and say what you need to be said. So we don't know why. You understand? But then I'm even thinking of withdrawing because the treatment I'm getting out of it, it's not nice. People look at me as if I'm the one who caused the problem. You understand?
Yes, I get the thing.
And it's not that. It's not that.
You're also the victim of this, actually.
Yeah, I'm also a victim because I want to know. So.
Yes. Alright, guys, we've come to the end of the conversation we had with Shaggy Radebe, the former parliament member actually of South Africa from NK political party. So guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for also sharing our podcast. Thank you for liking and subscribing. Please make sure that you keep on supporting us, guys. And ciao until we meet again.